How strange is the fate of us mortals. How strange is the lot of us mortals, our existence. In other words, Albert Einstein exclaims in his essay, "The World as I See It." Einstein based his assessment upon this interpretation, his interpretation of the universe, or rather of man's placement within the universe and of God's role and power over it. Though Einstein's fame rests upon his reputation as a scientist, he often explained how his scientific desire was motivated by a profound, unorthodox religiosity. The relationships between his scientific pursuits and his religious beliefs are interesting. The knowledge of the ways these forces interacted is also fundamental for understanding his approach to the world. Einstein often gave lectures in which he outlined clear definitions of both science and religion, and then proceeded to explain how the two fields could be reconciled without one superseding or transgressing upon the other. Inherent in these philosophies is Einstein's conception of God as an inactive, divine system of order. Einstein's God demanded no faithfulness, but Einstein himself continued to assert that morality should guide the decisions of mankind. Though the response to these beliefs was both enthusiastic and unaccepting, the latter view has prevailed in stripping Einstein of the religion which molded his intellect. The study of Einstein's religiosity remains important, however, because his beliefs convey his perception of the world, reveal his personal reaction to the often aesthetic, atheistic forces of science, confirm his hope in humanity, and amplify his legacy. Einstein's definition of science reflects the popular perception of the pursuit of knowledge, but more subtly reveals his emphasis on imagination, complete comprehension, and the necessity of religion. Science is the century-old endeavor to bring together by means of systematic thought the perceptible phenomena of this world, I should say the perceptible phenomena largely through the imperfect five senses of humans of this world, into as thoroughgoing an association as possible. To put it boldly, it is the attempt at the posterior reconstruction of existence by the process of conceptualization. Einstein was confident in science's ability to afford new information and knowledge, even to the extent of producing a reconstruction of existence. Interestingly, the majority of his definition focuses on logical thought rather than the trial and error process of experiment as the proper vehicle of science. This focus recalls Einstein's own theoretical approach to science and accords with his avowal that the simplest explanations are usually the most valid, essentially Occam's razor. Whenever you reduce and eliminate all variables, whatever you're left with, no matter how unlikely, is the truth. And however, though, Einstein concludes his definitions by emphasizing the shortcomings of the scientific process. So Einstein defines religion as the philosophical ordering and application of science so that it accords with the interests of humanity. This broader conception, or cosmic religion, is the highest of Einstein's three types of religion. Cosmic religion essentially is the science of spirituality. Spirituality investing within science, the two merging into a cosmic religion based upon science, invested with spirituality. But for Einstein, though, his discoveries possessed inherent values. The organization applied by religion had more enduring value. Moreover, the mystery of religion is the motivation for science. It is the fundamental emotion which stands at the cradle of true art and true science. Religion, in this sense, is the primogenitor and shaper of all science. However, as scientific knowledge grows, it in turn changes religions of fear into cosmic religions. So essentially, Einstein characterized the follower of his cosmic religion as one who feels the futility of human desires and wants to experience the universe as a single significant whole. The liberation from selfish desires and the interest in community and world relates to science through the progress of discovery and interpretation. Moreover, the tenets of cosmic religion are analogous with Einstein's theoretical practices. He shunned traditional experiments in favor of more comprehensive Gedankenexperiment, just as his religion transcends the individual to reach a supernatural unity. The interpretive abilities of religion work together with scientific processes to continually reform man's relation to himself and to the universe, and this interrelation is the union of science and religion. So, based on this great scientist who is kind of maligned, and there's negative press with Einstein, his theory of special theory of relativity and whatnot, and kind of, his whole association with the Manhattan Project and development of atomics, nuclear weapons, etc., etc., etc. But he was a great thinker. He was a great man. His life is worth investigating. Here at the Omban, the New Earth Ashram for Compassion and Strength and Scientific Religiosity, we recognize Einstein as a saint. And where I'm going with this is, I want to introduce the concept of what I have termed spirit release therapy. And this is a clinical approach to releasing alleged disincarnate spirits from the living. And in its application, spirit release therapy is a treatment for a wide range of psychological and physiological disorders. And I'm going to tell you the number one disorder that I believe that modern people are suffering from is a lack of spiritual dimension within their lives, meaning that they only believe that what their existence and is based upon what the five senses report. And so there's a whole, there's a whole lot of movement away from organized religion and all that. Church attendance is way down and all that, but that's organized religion. It's not spirituality. It has done its job by the Anunnaki negative controllers to actually put such a bad taste in people's mouth, create such a trauma within people's divine human matrix that they would, anything that has anything to do with religion or investigating spirituality, they shun away from it. But I'm telling you, that is essentially living very ignorantly and foolhardy, because there is certainly a realm beyond the five senses. There is certainly another layer, another dimension, actually several dimensions beyond the existence of what the five senses report. And spirit release therapy here at the Omban, the New Earth Ashram, is a modern clinical alternative to what some people understand as religious exorcism, for the release of spirit entities from patients, that people who have been emerging in psychiatry and clinical psychology. There's just, tons of cases. And we all know that the modern medical system is more interested in just assigning people medications, making money off, the pharmaceutical industry and way doctors they interact and work together. But when the human vessel is connected to source, and your body transcends, especially as we're moving from carbon-based to crystalline-based atom-cadmon genetic vehicles, this medicine, this necessity for the modern day medical system falls away. We have all these technologies involving sacred geometry, the medbed technology that's being rolled out and people have introduced to one extent or another. But I'm telling you, just learning how to visualize and connecting to source, it's the same thing that we discussed with the law of attraction, connecting to intelligent infinity, making sure that you're creating positive karmic imbalances in your life. And also investing your visualizations, imaginations with your emotions, the magnetism, the magnet energy of your heart, you can heal yourself. I've done it time and time again. And simply by, visualizing and invoking your angels and channeling, imagining this, clear, powerful white light coming and cleansing everything from you, and it will do that. It's a type of exorcism, if you will. But the spirit release therapy is a scientific approach dealing with the release of negative attachments, negative energies. And I mean, we have to, as we're going into this new earth, we have to, you have to get it straight in your head that there's other dimensions besides the five senses, and learning how to pay attention to your intuition, the energy responses that your body tells you, the little tingling sensations, there's a whole other dimensions of communication that we have to explore and learn about. And that's what I'm going to endeavor to present here in these further video offerings from the Ombanda New Earth Ashram. In time to time, check back in with the light alchemy courses and kind of go over some of those exercises and whatnot. But essentially trying to bring spirituality and science together, where we can create less people who are trapped by their five senses in this third dimension and begin to ascend to the higher layers of thought and into the new earth. Because when we get into new earth, it's all going to be these spiritual gifts, telepathy, and just healing ourselves and just being connected to source. And I know that sounds perhaps a little fanciful, but that's really what it's all about. That's where, when we leave the third dimension into this golden age timeline of the new earth, it's all going to be connected to source, and it's going to be spirituality integrated with science. And it doesn't become any more beautiful and clear than that, folks. So please hit the subscribe button, leave this video a thumbs up, and like I said, we'll be investigating further techniques of spirit release therapy in future video offerings and information disseminations from the Ombanda New Earth Ashram for compassion, strength, and spirit release therapy.
Namaste. Namaskaram.